Hey everybody, so this is the part two of payment options when it comes to selling on Alibaba, and we're discussing what are the best payment options. And on the last video we went through a couple from upfront bank transfer, went through letter of credit, which is essentially a proof document that your bank sends to the supplier bank. And once the supplier bank has received that proof, the supplier is able to ship the goods to you, and if the conditions are met, then your bank promises on the letter of credit to release those funds to your supplier bank. Hence, this is one of the fairly safe method, but it's recommended if you're going to be purchasing goods of 10,000 USD or 20,000 USD and above. So you can also do this for smaller sums like 5,000 USD and stuff, but the recommendation is for larger purchases. And the reason for this is because it's a lot of process, a lot of letters have to go to and fro. So there's a lot of processes because it involves two banks communicating together to ensure that this trade happens. So again, we also spoke on Western Union, which is, we describe it as a more riskier method, and I actually mentioned that you can create an account on with Western Union and if you're in a country that like US, you can create an account and add your credit card or debit card, and then after adding your credit card or debit card, you can easily pay without leaving to go to an agent. As you can see, there's find locations. Now, without going to an agent, you can easily pay and have your supplier receive the money. But again, we mentioned that this is one of the riskier methods, and you should only use this method if you absolutely trust the supplier and you're sure that you will get your goods as described or as agreed. So again, let's move on to the next method. And the next method is PayPal. I'm sure most of you have heard of this and probably are using this. This is also a fairly safe method, especially if you're going to be sending small amounts of money, or if you're just testing the product. Maybe just send 600 USD for a test inventory MOQ, as maybe you're working with the middleman and he or she can offer you a lower MOQ compared to a factory. Then you can use PayPal to do this and order a lower MOQ. And there are also some companies that accept PayPal as a method of payment. So you need to absolutely ask your supplier whether he or she, or whether the company, according to company policies, accepts PayPal as a method of payment. Most companies, however, do accept this, although most traders will absolutely avoid it. Most suppliers, this is because of, as you said, as you know, high taxes, withdrawing and receiving charges, plus the fact that it is they have again to transfer the money to their own bank account and stuff like that, which could take a longer time. Also, there's some suppliers that have complained over the years on Alibaba. If you read on Alibaba forums, you will see there's some suppliers who have complained that there are some buyers who come and buy and purchase goods and then later initiate a chargeback, and hence through PayPal and due to PayPal buyer protection, the supplier will be charged, and again they will have to get into dispute, and PayPal will again they will have to walk through that dispute and to reclaim their money and stuff. So it could be a tiresome process. That's why most suppliers do not prefer using PayPal, although it's actually very safe, especially for you as a buyer. It's not a very good deal on their side, but anyway, again, just see what you'd like. I would advise, if you're actually starting, it's your first trade, you either use Alibaba Trade Assurance, which will also have some kind of an escrow, which we're going to discuss in the next point, or you use PayPal. Now, there are many advantages to each, but now you have to see which one is the best for you. When we're speaking on escrow, basically a third party holds your money for you, and once you confirm that all your goods are received on as agreed and all the conditions are met, the third party will then release the money to the to your supplier. This method is also very safe, and you should definitely consider using this method, especially if you're starting your new store on Amazon. Either use escrow method, or that's offered by Alibaba, or use PayPal. Now, if you're an experienced buyer, and if you've been buying goods from this supplier for a long time and you want to order a larger inventory, you can now use the letter of credit and other methods, other safe method. I would definitely not advise you to use Western Union when starting, unless you're actually sure of who you're dealing with and you know what you're doing in that case, because it's very hard to retrieve or to reclaim your money if you're using a fairly unsafe method once you realize that it's not an honest supply. So an escrow, that's how an escrow works in a nutshell. You pay. Now Alibaba has a trade assurance program, and I have used it before, actually many times, but essentially you will pay to Alibaba, but Alibaba will hold some of the payment. And once you confirm that you have received the items as agreed and everything is okay, then the money will be released to your supplier. You have again to go to the order section and confirm everything for the money to be released. And there is also a waiting time, like if you never responded within a particular time and the goods are confirmed to have already been shipped, then you will still be charged. But again, that's if you're not going to respond anything, and if you're not going to respond to the emails that Alibaba will be sending you when your order is confirmed as received. And so I would recommend escrow very much, because it gives you a peace of mind knowing that your money won't be released until you're sure that you have received the right that you have received the right goods and in the conditions as you agreed with the supplier. So again, you can read more on the Alibaba Safe. You can just Google Alibaba Safe buying page, and it will take you to a page where you will learn more about these methods. I will be speaking on this in the near future, and on each method specifically in depth, to see how you can ensure that you're actually being safe when dealing with Alibaba traders and or suppliers. So again, one more thing I wanted to add on this is, if you go to this page on Alibaba, you'll be able to, it will show you in a nutshell on how to do this. So you'll go to your orders, then you will see view order, this is the order that you initiated to the supplier. I hope you can see this clearly. Then you will go to it will show you orders that are waiting for you to pay, to complete the payment. Most of the orders on Alibaba are performed in USD currency, and actually Alibaba advises you to use USD currency, and actually, so it's best to pay using USD currencies, and this is usually because of the exchange rates and stuff like that. So once you go to pay, it will take you to the options on payment. You can e-checking, Telegram transfer, or bank transfer, credit card. Just choose whichever method applies to you, whichever method is best for you. And we're going to be discussing on this method specifically in the later videos. Then complete your payment. It's actually as easy as that. It's actually very, very easy nowadays. And if you have a MasterCard or Visa card that can be charged internationally, then you won't get any issues when trying to make purchases or charging your credit card on Alibaba. So That's a nutshell about the payments. In the coming videos, we're going to be discussing each payment in detail, seeing how you can get safe, how you can stay safe using that payment method, seeing when it's the best type of method to use. For example, in one situation, that payment method will be advisable, and also saying the charges, which method is costier than the other, and that will all help you to ensure that you're having a successful transaction on Alibaba. Thank you so much for joining me today, and if you have any questions, just feel free to ask it on the comment section. Not only that, but also visit our website at abadiraacademy.com. Sign up for your free account. You can check the link on the description of this video, and ask us. We are here for you to ensure that you're having a successful business online and that your store is doing great. Thank you so much, and I wish you a great day. Thank you.